would like to go first, sisters? Who's the brave soldier here?
ABC.
Me.
Okay,
Oh,
Sister
that's it.
Sing.
Oh,
Wow.
that's it.
Oh, it's not about the age, sisters. Okay, but Sister Sing would like to go first. So, Sister Sing, you chose letter C. And the question is, okay, sorry, I think I tried this one earlier. Okay, one more time, sister. Okay, here. Letter C. So, sister, the question is, what would you say
Oh,
if you met an alien from another planet? So, I'll give you 1 minute, sister. I'll have my timer here, and then you could just answer immediately after 1 minute. Again, the question is, what would you say if you met an alien from another planet? So it means, sister, anything under the sun could be a topic for this. Okay? Your 1 minute starts now. Sister, 15 seconds.
yes.
5. Okay, time's up, Sister Sing. So let's go. So, Sister Sing.
Yes.
Okay,
uh,
just relax, sister. No worries. Okay.
yes.
So the question is, what would you say if you met an alien from another planet? This time, we will still use the same pattern as we do before, sisters. Um, Sister Nyung, you'll give feedback to Sister Sing after her delivery of her answer. Okay. So go ahead, Sister Sing.
Yes. Hi, teacher. If I met an alien from another planet, the first I could say hi with them. Yes, and next I could invite them come to my planet, and they could discuss many things future, and I think uh, I could I could bring them I would bring them to traveling everywhere in Venice, and I asked I could ask them bring me and invite me come in their planet. It's that's all I think.
Okay, thank you, Sister Sing. Before I give my comment, obviously, let's hear from Sister Nyung.
No, I think Sister Sing you are very brave. Because I think if I met an idea, so I just I good accept from them, because I heard the onion very they very scared. So I think you are very brave when you are advise them. And so yes, That's
Okay, that's
all.
it, Sister Nyung.
Yeah.
Okay. So you feel like the questions, is that I'm getting it right? The questions or the topics that Sister Singh would like to talk about them are something that are interesting, and that you feel like that she is not actually afraid to ask them, even though you feel like what you've heard, aliens are scary if there are any, right? Okay, thank you, Sister Nyung. Okay, so Sister Singh, actually, you answered the question really well, as a matter of fact. However, there are some words that you have to pronounce clearly, like the word would. W- would. Okay,
Yes, good.
I would. I would. So the LD should be there also. So and then would, right? What would you say if you met? So, but you, anyway, sister, you still have to practice the W sound. And instead of what were you able to say earlier, you mentioned, I would say hi with them. Instead of with them, you say to them. Say hi to them. Okay.
Yes.
And yeah, there's one more pronunciation that I noticed, sister, the word invite. Inv, v, vite.
Invite.
Yeah, invite.
Invite.
Yes, sister. And I think overall, sister, you were able to, as I mentioned, you answer it really well. Although I would suggest you do not end your response abruptly, meaning, okay, that's it's a teacher, so you have to close it, end it, conclude it really well also. How good you opened it, you close it also really well. Okay, but
Yes.
still, sister, it's a good answer, very good, well done. Okay, good job, sister. Let's improve more next time also. Thank you,
Thank
Sister
you.
Sing.
Thank you,
Okay,
teacher.
now let's listen to Sister New or Sister Monica, who would like to go for next, I mean. Okay, Sister
Yeah.
Monica. Okay, Sister Monica. I think we're going backwards with the letter. Okay, Sister
Yeah.
Monica. This time, it will be Sister Sing who will give you feedback. Okay? So, Sister Monica, here's to your question. I will be giving you again the same minute with Sister Sing. Okay. It says here, where would you go on holiday if you could travel anywhere without COVID restrictions? Meaning, sisters, you could just think of any, holiday destination that you would like to go to, and you just have to think about it without COVID anymore. Wow. Imagine that, sisters. Okay, but yeah, Sister Monica, I will give you 1 minute to prepare your speech, and then after 1 minute, share your answer to us. Okay? Your 1 minute starts now. Sister, 10 seconds. Okay, Sister Monica, time's up. Okay, Sister, once again, it will be Sister Sing who will give you feedback about your speech, or your speaking skills. And you have to answer the question, where would you go on a holiday if you could travel anywhere without COVID restrictions? Go ahead, sister.
Could go around the world if I could travel anywhere without restriction. Um, because I I can I I understand more about the culture, scenery, and people, and I would enjoy the delicious food of the different place in the world. Um, I like travel, and I want to go travel in the world.
Okay, thank you, Sister Monica. So, Sister Sing, you go first before I give my comment also to Sister Monica.
Yes. And first, thank you for her speaking, and I feel she give the right answer the questions, but do Ronan has some not really, and uh, mm, and she and I think she had give uh, her uh, reason to reason not she had give her reason to travel someplace you her she like, and it I like mm, um, I like her answers, and if I could travel and without COVID restrictions, I could travel Thailand and France.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
because
Mm-hmm.
the Thailand I want to travel to Thailand because it the I want to visit. I could to visit uh, the
The temple.
yes,
Uh-huh.
and the place where for foundation
Mm.
who
Mm-hmm.
yes who
Yes.
Ah, it's like your foundation congregation,
the,
sister. Ah,
yes
it's in
yes
Thailand. I see. Okay, thank you also, Sister Sing, for sharing your own answer to the question. I actually was in Thailand also, and it's also a good country, just like Vietnam and Philippines. I feel like all over the world, each country is actually good. I also agree with Sister Monica. I would love to travel all around the world. If I hope
Yes.
not just with COVID restrictions, sisters, but also I hope I have a lot of money, right? And I hope that it will happen someday. That it would happen someday, but I know it will. That we travel without COVID restrictions anymore. So for me, Sister Monica, I agree with Sister Sing also that you were able to answer the question really well as well. Okay. Um, However, I just want to emphasize what Sister Sing mentioned regarding pronunciation. She's also correct with that. There will be times that you have to be clear with what you are saying. Okay, so how are you going to do that, sister? Sometimes, if you are unsure with how it is pronounced, read the letters and sound it. So, for example, let's say you don't know how to read the word um, travel, for example. For example, you don't know how to say the word travel, to pronounce it. So what's the sound of letter T? Right? R? R? A, or letter A, V, V, E, E, and then L for L, right? So together, t, r, v, L, travel. So you're connecting them all together now. So that's one way, sister, to practice your pronunciation. And sometimes you can say it slowly. You don't need to be fast in you know talking all the time. You could um calm yourself into your, so that you can be mindful of your speech rate, how fast, how slow you go. Your intonation also is part of that. How high or low can you also go. And sister, sometimes I notice that you are removing like the word to, like I'd like to, because you mentioned only I'd like travel. So don't forget those words, prepositions sometimes in your speeches. But sister, based on your answer to this question, compare it to the one earlier, you answered it with convictions now, like, oh, you enjoy the question, you enjoy answering it. I could see it in your eyes because it's about traveling. But yes, sister Monica will practice more so you could also improve your speaking. But thank you, sister Monica, and thank you, sister C, for your
you.
wonderful feedback.